So this is my daughter's room currently, and not to be like an extreme before and after, this is what her room looks like. These are actually clean clothes that need to be hung up, but the goal is to clean, do a declutter, and figure out which toys and items I can swap out, because I want to redo her room, and I want to make sure her room is, hello crazy. Hi. And I want to make sure that she's making the best use of her room. Right now she sleeps in our room, and this is kind of a playroom for her, but I do think that she's ready to sleep in her room, but she only has her old crib mattress, and I want to get her updated with some things that make her space more functional. So first step is to clean, declutter, and remove. I think I'm going to start with her clothes, and then I'm going to get it organized in here so I can have a better idea of what needs to go. I do need to get to these boxes up here. I'm actually not sure what is in them, stuff that I decided to keep when we moved here, so I'm gonna get to those boxes up here, but today I just want to get started on cleaning. So I am planning on getting her dresser, but right now this is how I've been organizing her clothes. I did like pajamas here and some other folded clothes. I did like t-shirts here, and then I did like some pants here. I did have this stuff hanging before, however, we recently bought her some new clothes and we don't have enough hangers. So right now I have this down here until I get her dresser and more hangers. And then I have her socks and undies over here. And this is her dirty clothes basket. Here's some of her old stuff that I'm gonna donate. So now that I've got her clothes sorted out, I am going to work on getting her toys and stuff cleaned up so I can see what's here and start the process of switching out toys she doesn't play with or potentially donating. Okay, so here is a more accurate representation of what her room normally looks like when it's cleaned. This wall, I definitely want this wall to have a little bit more organization to it, and I got this little toy grocery store thing from, I think, Ross. It was like $20. It's just a little plastic stand, but it still serves its creative purposes. However, I think it's time to upgrade. I've also have this cart in here. So this cart just kind of collects things, and this wall could definitely be a little bit more organized instead of the kind of disjointed look that it has right now. Her bed with her little tent and her friends. She has quite a lot of friends in here, and she's been collecting these from various sources over the years: carnivals, birthdays, family, friends. So I want to go through some of these and see which ones she plays with and ones that we can potentially gift away. She has her old slide over here. I do take this out for her every now and then. It's got like a little climbing board on the other side of it, but I am wondering if we can potentially store this away for now, or I'm still deciding what to do with that. And then this is like her Montessori-ish play shelf with her different activities in each box. However, it is like multiple activities in one because I didn't have enough space. So I want to make sure that I have enough space for her different items and do a little bit of reorganization within this space. I think I'm gonna start up here with these boxes because I don't know what's in them, and my goal is to declutter as much as I can, and for what's left just figure out how I'm gonna organize it and what I need to do to organize it from there. Okay, so here's what we have that was at the top of this closet, and it looks like these are like some of her cards from her baby shower, birthday, and then some of her old baby stuff. Then I have some blankets here, and then some of her old clothes, which I'll sort through. And this was her rug, and I end up reusing this. We'll see how it works out with the design and the color palette. And then some more old clothes here, which I'll sort through again. I also see toys here that I could probably take out for her to use again. So I was just sitting here thinking that before we had pictures, we just had memories of things. And as I'm wondering what things to keep and what things to give away, clothes are normally something for myself anyway, that I would declutter, get rid of old clothes, and make space for new things in my life. As I'm going through her different baby clothes, I'm finding memories attached to some of the clothes that she wore very often, and there's just like little flashes of memories popping into my head as I'm thinking of something that she did while she was wearing that item of clothing. And for baby clothes, I know that a lot of people typically do like to keep them. I never imagined myself keeping baby clothes around, especially if they're dirty or they have like little things like this. But now that I am a mother, I feel like I finally get it, and I finally understand about keeping baby clothes and hanging on to baby clothes and having little memories of things like seeing pink piggy paint on these and on this sweater, and remembering when she discovered piggy paint for the first time and seeing her paint her nails for the first time. And I feel like sometimes pictures and videos don't always capture some of those first time moments. So I want to keep some of these special clothes that are sparking joy and emotions and something else, I don't know, and maybe I'll hang on to them for a little bit and maybe even longer, and give them to her one day and see what she wants to do with them herself. I mean, it's more than just those important first moments. Sometimes it's about the very random Tuesday at 3 o'clock on a random day moments that spark the most joy. So here's her clothes and stuff that I'm keeping that were in those two boxes. I have right now, I have this bin that she had gotten as a gift, so I'm going to make use of this until I can find something else, just so I can get rid of these two boxes. It'll look a lot nicer in her closet as opposed to these two boxes. So I'll fit what I can into this little bin, and then I'll see if I have another container that I can use for the rest of it. Now that that's done, I'm gonna get to this little corner over here. This also has like a bunch of little knickknacks and things in it. I want to see what's worth keeping and reorganizing and gifting, etc., etc. here's the last little area to declutter. This was her busy board from when she was a much younger toddler, and she's kind of outgrown this. So I definitely do want to keep this though. I think it's beautiful and I don't want to get rid of it. Plus it's customized. So I think I'm gonna put that in the back of her closet, probably along with this portrait of her. It does need to be cleaned up a little bit because she drew all over it. So I'm gonna try and see if there's a way that I can get the crayon off without messing up the paint that's on here. This was gifted to us for her 2nd birthday and it's so beautiful. One of my partner's friends did it. We definitely want to make use of this, but for now I think I'm going to put it in the closet if it'll fit until I can find a place for it. Oh my god, I was today years old when I learned that this little brush thing is for the baseboards. Wow. Is that true or am I making that up?